Hello, my 10th graders of SMA Masai Kudus. How are you? I hope everyone is fine. Do you still keep praying for our country, Indonesia? Okay, I suggest still please do. Okay, so today we are going to learn a new thing, and I believe you will be kepo or curious what it is. The title is Correlative Conjunction. What is it? So wait and stay tuned on my lesson. Unit 4, we are going to learn a lesson which is related to KD 3.4, which says kita bisa menerapkan fungsi sosial, struktur teks, dan unsur kebahasaan tentang correlative conjunction, which are neither nor, not only but also, both and either or. Dan tujuan pembelajaran adalah kita bisa mendeskripsikan fungsi sosial, struktur teks, unsur kebahasaan dari correlative conjunctions, yaitu neither nor, not only but also, both and either or. Hello everyone, my 10th grader students. How are you? So today we are going to learn something new, which is also quite interesting and challenging. And to start the lesson, I have a dialogue for you to learn together with me. Okay, now let's see the title. Here you have either you or I, and it belongs to correlative conjunction. Do you know what it is? We'll learn about that later. Don't worry. Okay? The dialogue that we have is between Andy and Rosie. Let's see. You follow me, and then later you practice. It can be alone or with your friends, okay? Andy, we are going to have an English test and a math test. Which subject is your favorite? Rosie, I like both English and math. What about you? Andy, I love neither English nor math. They are too hard for me. Rosie, by the way, we have a group test, don't we? We have done it, but I don't know whether I should type it or write it down. What should I do? Andy, you can either type or write it. It's a free choice. Rosie, okay, I think I should write it not only clearly but also correctly. Andy, you hit the nail on the head, which means correct and I agree. Okay? Now let's come back to this title. Here I give you correlative conjunction. Somebody knows conjunction is kata apa? Ya, to connect, menyambungkan, so we call that kata sambung. Good. Okay, so we'll know exactly why it is called correlative conjunction by looking at the circle ones. Let's see. Here you have kata sambung, the first conjunction, both together with and. Okay? The second, here you have neither together with nor, and then here you have either together with or, and the last you have not only together with but also. Now, before we move on, let's try to give Indonesian about these conjunctions. Let's see. Somebody knows? Both and. Let's see the context again. Which subject is your favorite? And then Rosie said, I like both English and math. Andi asking, subjek apa atau mata pelajaran apa yang favoritmu? And then Rosie, aku suka both. So what do you think? Dia suka English atau matematika? Atau dia suka English dan matematika? Haha, yeah, good. So Rosie likes both English and math. So it means dia suka both. Kedua-duanya. So here both means kedua-duanya. Good. And here, look at here. Both must be together with and. So they are partners. Okay, sepasang. Right? Now let's go on to the second. Rosie is asking, what about you? Kalau kamu suka yang mana, right? And then Andi says, I love neither English nor math. Continue first. They are too hard for me. Let's try to understand this one first. They here refers to English and math. Andi thinks that English and math too hard. It means, yeah, too difficult, susah bagi Andi. So do you think he likes English and math or not? Let's see. I love neither English nor math. Too hard for me. So, Andi suka atau tidak suka? Ya, so Andi tidak suka kedua-duanya. Because terlalu susah bagi dia. Then, how to express kalau kita tidak suka dua-duanya? We will use neither together with nor. See the difference? Repeat here. If you use both and means kedua-duanya iya, right? If you use neither nor, we can say dua-duanya tidak. Good. Now let's go on. Rosie is asking, what should I do when she wants to know whether she should type it or write it? And then Andi says, you can either type or write it. It's a free choice. When Rosie is asking, aku harus bagaimana ya? Type it or write it? And then Andi says, it's a free choice. Bebas kok pilihannya. And then he says, you can either type or write it. Maybe you can focus or atau. So do you think Rosie should menulis dan mengetik or she can choose? Ya, she can choose. So dia bisa memilih. We can say here, kamu bisa either type or write. It means kamu bisa milih. Boleh ngetik atau boleh menulis. So, if you use either together with or, it means you can choose, boleh memilih salah satu dari dua. Here we use either together with or. So far, understand? Okay, so we have learned 3 ya. Let's go on to one more. Rosie, after she hears about the suggestion here, so she responds, okay, I think I should write it not only clearly but also correctly. Look at here, the conjunction. Not only, together with, but also. It means, I think it is familiar ya. Tidak hanya, tapi juga, right? Tidak hanya dengan jelas, tapi juga dengan benar. We have learned 4 conjunctions which have partners or pairs. I'll repeat. The first here you have both together with and, which means kedua-duanya iya. Here you have neither together with nor. Remember? Ya, dua-duanya enggak. Okay? And then here you have either or. Remember? Pilihan. So, salah satu dari dua. Good. And then the fourth you have not only but also, which means tidak hanya tapi juga. So we call them correlative conjunction because these conjunctions are special. These conjunctions must be in pairs. Mereka harus berpasangan. Okay, so that's why we call them correlative conjunctions. That one of the special feature why we call them correlative conjunction. So ini harus muncul berpasangan. Understand? Good. As I have told you before, this correlative conjunction has special features, and one of them, remember, it must come in pairs, harus berpasangan. Remember, you have both together with and, good, and then neither with nor, and then either with or. The last one you have not only with but also. So that's why it is called correlative conjunction. The next feature that is special is correlative conjunction has a special function. It joins, so kata sambung ini menggabungkan two words, dua kata, good, or group of words, kelompok kata, yes, which are equal. Do you know equal? Ya, setara, sama. Here we have the same type, yang tipenya sama. What does it mean? Apa maksudnya? We'll see it and learn it further. Let's learn further about correlative conjunction. Here we like to learn about the function. This conjunction connects, menghubungkan. Let's see. The first one is noun. Do you remember noun? Kata benda. Good. So what is it like? Seperti apa? We'll see. Do you remember dialogue when I wrote down I like both English and math? Remember? Yeah, so look at the conjunction here, both dan and. Here menghubungkan noun, English and math. English and math adalah noun, kata benda. See? Both and sebagai correlative conjunction connects, menghubungkan noun and noun. Look at another example. Both trees and flowers grow well in my garden. Look at this one. Trees, flowers. So we talk about kata benda, right? Both dan and menghubungkan trees and flowers, which belong to noun. Now one more thing to remember. Noun in Indonesian we say kata benda. Apakah hanya benda mati begitu? Bunga, pohon, English? No? So actually noun covers, meliputi orang, people, right? Like us. And then thing, benda. And then one more, animals. Good. So noun here cover, meliputi. Remember? Thing, repeat ya. Benda seperti ini. And then people, orang. Dan animals, binatang. Okay? Now go on to the second function. Adjective. So correlative conjunction connects adjective. What is adjective? Kata sifat, good. Now let's see. Susan is both pretty and smart. Do you know pretty, right? It's easy. Cantik. Smart, cerdas, pandai. So, look at this conjunction. Kata sambung both dan and connect, menghubungkan sifat dan sifat. So, there must be equal. Remember, harus setara. Tipe yang sama. Kalau kita connect noun, ya with noun. Kalau kita connect adjective, should be with adjective. Number 2 done ya. Now go on to number 3. Correlative conjunction connects prepositional phrase. Do you remember preposisi, preposition? Seperti apa? What is it like? Something like in, on, under, behind, between. We call them preposition. Ya? Kata depan, good. Kata depan of preposisi atau preposition can be about tempat, right? Like under the chair, in front of the classroom, behind the door. It can be also talk about time. On Monday, in January, in July, etc. Now let's see the example, ya. We will have a quiz either on Monday or on Friday. Look at the conjunction. Here we have either or, connects, menghubungkan prepositional phrase. Ada kata yang mengandung preposisi. We talk about time on Monday. So the next word juga harus tempat, waktu. Sorry ya, on Friday. Okay? So there must be equal. Harus setara. The same type. Now yang the fourth. Correlative conjunction connects clause. Clause means kalimat. Apa bisa? Let's see. They are happy not only because they have good teachers, but also because they have a good school. Now let's see. Look at the conjunction. Not only, but also. Nah, inside di dalam not only, but also, we have ada kata sambung because they have good teachers, subject verb. Now, for the next conjunction harus equal, sama jenisnya. Because ini sama, ya kan? Not harus sama, it can be but it must be, harus sama-sama ada konektor, kata sambung. And then they have a good school, ada subject verb. But you can make other statements, other sentences. So again, let's focus. Not only because they have good teachers, not only connector, subject, verb, and then but also there's a partner. Because connector, they have good school, subject, verb. So if you see all of this, correlative conjunction connects words or group of words which are equal or the same type, and we have 4. Do you have any questions? No? Good. So you have understood all of them. Thanks God. Let's learn more deeply about the correlative conjunctions. And first of all, we are going to talk about both blah 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 and blah blah blah. Let's see. So this is the pattern with the variety of it. You can use subject, verb, or be, and then both blah blah and blah blah. Or you can put it at the beginning of the sentence, both blah blah and blah blah plus verb or be. Don't get confused. We'll see the examples and I'm sure you will understand more after you see the examples. Okay? Now let's see. I like both ice cream and coffee. So here, according to this pattern, I like both and. Remember? Both and can connect noun, parallel, sama, equal, right? Yeah, we talk about ice cream, coffee. Now, next, let's see the example of this pattern. Both my brother and my sister are smart. So you can put it at the beginning. Both my brother and my sister here, and the verb of be are smart. Now, let's see here, let's focus. If you use both and, we talk about more than one subject, plural. That's why if you use to be, or the verb must be in the plural form. And plural here must be connected with the subject they. Remember all the rules about they. For example, if you use verb 1, they do not need s, right? So you can say they goes or they go. They go. If you use to be, they is or they are. Are. So that's why here we have are, because you have subjects in plural. Okay? Remember, yeah? Good. Now let's see another example. We both respect and obey our parents. So we can say we and then both and respect and obey. So we connect verb and verb. So you can put here as a verb or predicate after you put the subject here. Okay, that's the next variety. Contoh yang lain, varietas yang lain, jenis yang lain. Let's see the fourth. She is both beautiful and kind. So you can put both after subject to be. So something like this. So these are all the varieties of both and You can make many more sentences by yourself. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Okay? Let's continue to the second one. Here we have either, blah blah, or. What is special about either or? We'll find out. Okay? Now I give you 3 patterns. Let's see here. Either, it can be put in the beginning of the sentence. Either, blah blah, or, blah blah, verb or be. And then the second you have subject, verb or be. And then you put either, blah blah, or blah blah. And then here you have subject, either verb or verb. Now let's try to understand more by looking at the examples. I believe you can understand later. The first one, either you or Troy has to finish the project soon. Let's see here. This is according to this one, right? Either you have subject, you, or another person, Troy, and this is the verb, has to finish the project soon. So you can apply the pattern to this statement, and it is match, cocok, right? Now let's talk further about the first example. I have a special note for you. If you put either or as a subject to connect noun as a subject, now look at the verb here. This is very important, and I already written down the note here. Look at the verb. The verb here is according to the subject closest to the verb. What does it mean? Apa maksudnya? This is the verb, right? If the subject is singular, satu, right? Tunggal like this. So you must follow the rule of he, she, it. Remember all the rules about he, she, it, ya? Contoh, examples. If you want to use to be, for example, whether you use is or are. Yeah, is. If you want to use was, were, you choose was. That's right. What about verb? Verb 1. Verb 1 SES. Yeah, do you use verb 1 SES? That's why here we have has, bukannya have. That's right, because we only have Troy. If we talk about this one, subject, the closest to the verb is plural, jamak. Example? Yeah, the students the children, for example, here you will change into have. Look at this one. If the subject closest to the verb is plural, so you must use the form of they. Aturannya they. Instead of is, you use are. Instead of was, you use were. You don't use verb 1 SAS, but you use verb 1 saja without SAS. Got it? I believe you understand. It's very clear. Now let's go on. Let's continue to the second example. Here, you can use either my laptop or my handphone. Now we can apply this, right? You can use verb either my laptop or my handphone. So here, this conjunction connects noun as an object, right? So you can apply this pattern like this. Clear, right? Good. Now the third. We can see here, either you can do the assignment now or you may not go home. Here we'd like to apply actually something like that but a little bit different. Here you can say either, it's a choice, pilihan nih. You can do the assignment now, kamu boleh mengerjakan sekarang. It's a kind of should ya, seharusnya. Or, atau, you may not go home, kamu nggak boleh pulang. So either here connects clause or clause, kalimat dan kalimat, and you can put it in the beginning. Okay? Now the fourth, let's see. Everyone can either win or lose in this contest. So I think we'd like to apply here. Everyone can either win here or lose in this contest. And here either connects verb and then or and verb which functions as a predicate. See? So you can make many kinds of things using this pattern. You can explore, you can try to make the sentences by yourself. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Okay? Good. Are you still semangat? Of course, because I am still semangat. Okay? Now let's come to the third. Here we have neither blank blank nor blank blank. And here is the pattern. Neither blank blank nor blank blank plus verb or be. And then the second subject, verb be, we put neither blank blank nor blank blank. And the third, we can say subject, neither blank blank nor blank blank. Now let's try to understand more by looking at the examples. Let's see here. Neither Hannah nor Iwan helps me every morning. Now let's see with the pattern. Let's connect. Neither Hannah, I think this one, right? Nor Iwan helps me every morning. Here we put Hannah and Iwan, noun, as a subject. So we put the subject after neither and nor. And then again here, look at the verb. This is very important. Why I use helps instead of help. Here again I have a note. If you put noun as a subject here, the verb here can be verb 1 or verb 1 SAS like this. It depends on the subject here which is closest to the verb. Maksudnya, it means if you have subject only one which belongs to he, she, it, so you use the rule of he, she, it. So here we have verb 1 plus S, ES. Remember, yeah? If we have here the subject in plural, something like the children, the students, so you should use the rule of they. So if I use the children here, for example, because children plural, so we must use help only without S. Okay? Understand, yeah? Good. Now let's come to the second example. I bought neither shoes nor bags. Here, yesterday. Here we have neither plus noun nor plus noun as an object. So something like this, right? Subject, I bought neither, and then we put the noun, shoes here, nor bags yesterday. Okay, so we put noun as the object. Right? Now let's come to the third. Here we have Lina neither came nor called. So this is according to this form, right? Lina neither came. So you can use any kinds of verb in any tenses. Yeah? And then nor, this is verb. Remember, should be equal. If you use verb 2, this one also verb 2. And this will be the predicate of the sentence. So we can apply these patterns in these sentences. Again, you can try to make sentences, many sentences freely. Good. Finally, we come to the fourth one and the last one. We are talking about not only blah blah, but also blah blah. And here is the pattern. The first we have subject, verb, or be, it can be not only blah blah, but also blah blah. The second, not only blah blah, but also blah blah. Auxiliary plus blah blah. Auxiliary here means kata kerja bantu. Okay? And the third you have subject, not only blah blah, but also blah blah. Now let's see the examples. The first, I gave her not only money, but also food. So here we have I gave her not only money, but also food. So we put noun as the object because after verb. Okay? Now the second one. Not only Tommy, here I think we can apply this pattern. Not only Tommy, but also Ria has a computer. So you put here noun as a subject because you have it before the verb. Again, if you have something like this, be careful with the verb. Because like the previous patterns, if you use subject singular, you must use the form of he, she, it. In this case, you have has instead of have. But if you have the subject, which is plural, we put it the closest to the verb. For example, again, the students, or let's make it Ria and John, for example. We have two people, right? So we have instead of has. Because the subjects, Ria and John, two people. Plural here. We use the form of they. Hopefully you remember. Ingat ya? And harus ingat. Okay? And the third. Annie not only helped me, but also gave me some presents. So we put verb and verb after the conjunctions. And remember, they must be equal. The same type, jenisnya sama. We have verb lampau, and here also verb lampau, verb 2. Okay? We have learned many things today about correlative conjunction. Hopefully you can understand them all very clearly. But if you are still confused, Don't worry, don't be afraid to ask me. You can text me via WhatsApp or Telegram. I will be happy to help you. Okay? My message, pesan saya, do all the exercises happily and then dengan disiplin, dengan semangat, so that you can understand more about the lesson. Okay? So the last thing to say is stay safe, stay healthy, stay at home, and keep praying. Okay? So please keep praying for our country and all the things, so that everything can be normal again. Okay? So this is it. Goodbye and dadah.